Psychology says the deepest pain is not rejection. It's being chosen second. It's hearing, "I was going to call you," knowing you were never the first call. If you were never the favorite, never the priority, never the one someone ran toward, this doesn't just hurt your feelings. It rewires your mind. And this video isn't about personality. It's about adaptation. Because when someone grows up feeling optional, their brain doesn't stay neutral. It adjusts. 1. Hyperawareness. Research on rejection sensitivity shows that repeated social disappointment makes the brain scan for danger constantly. Not dramatic danger, social danger. Tone shifts, delayed replies, short answers. They notice everything, not because they are insecure, but because their brain learned something early. Rejection rarely announces itself. It arrives quietly. So now they can feel distance before anyone admits it. They sense the shift before the room changes temperature. 2. Extreme independence. Developmental psychology shows that inconsistent emotional support forces self-reliance. When comfort is unpredictable, the brain stops expecting it. So they learn to fix themselves. They calm their own panic, solve their own problems, celebrate alone. They don't dislike help. They just don't trust it to remain, because experience taught them that support can disappear without warning. 3. Overgiving. Attachment theory explains this clearly. When someone grows up feeling replaceable, they often try to become unforgettable. They give more time than they receive, more patience than they're shown, more understanding than they're offered. Not because they're desperate, but because somewhere inside, they learn that love must be earned repeatedly. They believe if they give enough, they won't be swapped out. For fear of being temporary. Psychological studies on emotional neglect show a fine belief forms over time. I could be replaced. So they shrink their needs, avoid difficult conversations, accept less than they deserve. Not because they lack standards, but because staying feels safer than risking removal. They don't fear being alone. They fear being quietly substituted. 5. Silent resilience. Research on long-term social exclusion shows something surprising. These individuals often develop extraordinary emotional endurance. They can handle disappointment without collapsing. They stay calm when plans fall apart. They don't panic when someone leaves. Because this isn't new terrain. They've survived it before. Their strength doesn't shout. It endures. And finally, loyalty over. When affection feels unstable, the be more than excitement. They don't chase butterflies. They chase reliability. They don't care who chooses them once. They care who keeps choosing them every day. If this feels uncomfortably familiar, it's not coincidence. And it's not weakness. It's adaptation. Psychology doesn't call this insecurity. It calls it pattern recognition. The mind protects itself the only way it knows how. And here's the shift that changes everything. Once you recognize the pattern, you stop blaming yourself for it. You stop asking, "Why am I like this?" And you start asking, "What taught me to be this way?" That's where healing begins. If this helped you see yourself clearly for the first time, stay here. Because understanding your mind is power. And once you understand the pattern, you stop letting it control you. I want to ask you something. Were you the one who was never anyone's first choice? Subscribe to MindPsychologyMap for more videos exploring the psychology behind how different minds think, adapt, and survive.